Hello, first grade. I have a new concept, a new topic that I want to introduce to you for math today. And it's something that is a little bit tricky, but I know you guys are very smart mathematicians, and so I think you'll be able to figure it out. Okay, we're going to talk about how addition, when we do plus problems, we can kind of turn them around into minus problems. Okay, we already know that we can flip-flop our addition problems and switch those two numbers around the plus sign. Okay, we're going to learn today how to move the numbers around in a different way to make a subtraction problem out of it. Okay, so we're going to use number bonds a lot to help us today. So we're going to take a number bond and then we're going to figure out 4 equations that we can build out of one number bond. Sometimes we call these fact families. Okay, because they're a little family because they all use the same numbers, but they're just each a tiny bit different. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera around and show you some examples first. Your job right now is just to watch and listen. And then at the end, I'll tell you what your independent work is going to be for today as well, okay? All right, let me turn my camera around so you can see. Okay, here's the number bond that we're going to use first. 10 is in the top, that means 10 is my total, and here are my parts, 6 and 4. Okay, you might already be thinking that we know how to put this into addition equations, okay? Let's do that part first. So I know if these are my two parts, these are what I'm going to add together to equal my 10. And I can choose whichever number to start with first. So I'm going to pick 6. I'll do 6 plus my other part, 4. That's going to equal 10. There's one equation already. We're already off to a great start. Now we can flip it and start with our other number and do 4 plus 6 equals 10. Did you know we can also find 2 subtraction equations, 2 minus equations from this number bond? Let me show you how right now. When we do a minus, we have to start with the biggest number. It's almost like we're going to move backwards through our addition equations. If I start with the biggest number, we know that's going to be a minus problem, a subtraction problem. Now here's the cool part. I can pick one side and then my answer will be whatever is left over. So maybe first I'm going to try 10 minus 6. Now this is going to equal my last number, 4. To do one more subtraction equation to match, I cannot flip this. We talk about that a lot at school. We can't flip the parts on a minus. It does not work like that. On a minus, we always have to start with the biggest number. So what's my biggest number in this problem? 10. I'm going to start with 10 again, only this time instead of taking away 6, I'm going to take away the other part. I'm going to take away 4. Can you figure out what my answer would be? Let's look at what number is left. 10 minus 4 is going to equal 6. Wow, look at that. We have made 4 equations off of one number bond. That is impressive. My plus equations are always going to start with the bottom and equal the top. And my minus equations are always going to start with the top, my biggest number, and take away one of these, and the other will be your answer. Let me do one more example just like this. This time I have 8 as my total. I have 5 as one part, but I don't know what the other part is going to be yet. I can still set up some equations that could help me to figure this out. So I could set it up as a plus. Everywhere that I am going to have this number, I'm just going to put a box right now. So if I do it as a plus, I can start with one of these. 5 plus, I don't know what the answer is going to be yet, equals 8. I could also flip those and start with my unknown number, my box, plus 5 equals 8. But maybe I really like subtraction better. Maybe you really like subtraction better and you'd rather solve it as a minus. You can do that. Remember, when we do a minus, we have to start with the biggest number. So this time I'm going to start with 8. I'm going to take away one of my parts, and then my answer will be whatever is left over. I could also do another subtraction problem starting with 8, my biggest number. I could take away my unknown number, and then my answer would be 5. Now look at this. You have 4 ways that you could solve this problem. If you like addition, stick with addition and count on to see if you can find the answer. If you like subtraction and that looks easier, then do subtraction to find the missing number. This is the beautiful thing about math. You can set it up whichever way you would like to help you solve. I'm going to solve it like this right now because I like how this one has both of the numbers. I know both of those numbers and I'm solving for the answer. So I'm going to use my fingers to help me out. I'm going to start with 8. I'm going to take away 5. And what's left over? 1, 2, 3. 3. And here's the great part. This is a fact family, so we know everything's going to have the same numbers. So now my job is easy. I can just go back in and fill in 3s in every single spot. Now is going to be your chance to try this on your own. This is the first day that we've done something like this, and we really haven't done very many minuses yet. So if you get a little confused, that's okay. You could even watch the video another time and know that we'll be working on this at school this week as well on your days in the classroom. Okay? Once you get the hang of this, this is going to be so easy and you guys are going to be flying through setting up these problems, okay? So if you feel frustrated or you're not quite sure how to go about it, that's okay. We will work together to figure it out. All right? Now I want to see what you can figure out at home. So you're going to go in your workbook and do pages 81 and 82 in your math book, okay? They will have a number bond for us to use, and then we'll be building 2 equations to match. Now, I showed you 4 equations to match. This time, they just want you to do 2, and they kind of give you some numbers to work with, okay? Your job is going to be to go finish page 81 and 82 and upload it to your Seesaw today, okay? Good luck, mathematicians. Rock it today.